Aliyah to Israel is the foundation of the State of Israel and the Zionist dream. Israel is composed of Jewish people from all over the world who immigrate there to set up a new life in their common homeland.
I'm originally from Hollywood, Florida.
My occupation is social media marketer.
I was a very active and very committed Jew in Canada.
I came from Mexico.
We always wanted to live in Israel.
Shalom, my name is Shumoyed. I came to Israel in 1981.
I knew I wanted to come here at age 16.
I was born and grew up in South Africa.
I'm an American and I'm very proud of being an American, but I'm also an Israeli and I'm very proud of that.
For these immigrants, living in Israel holds promises that could not be found anywhere else in the world.
When people ask me, I say Aliyah is a really good word to describe what happens when you get here, because for us, everything just sort of like went up. Our spiritual lives, our physical lives, I think we've had an upgrade. It's like an upgrade. That's the best way that I can describe it. I just think that the benefits of being here really outweigh any negative impacts.
People who have come out of choice, who chose to make a future in Israel, have made a tremendous contribution to the country in every field.
People's lives are enhanced by the sense of purpose they gain from living in Israel.
It's like this existential reason of why I want to get up in the morning and live my life, and I find that here every day, and I still do.
For me, it's important to live in Israel because this is where my heart belongs, my soul. I was not feeling full and tired and whole in Mexico. I felt something was missing in my life. If somebody wants to do Aliyah, it has to come from their hearts.
I think that the net effect of their making Aliyah is to strengthen the relationship between Israel and the diaspora, because they increase the level of understanding between Israeli society and their brothers and sisters across the ocean.
For these immigrants, the decision to make Aliyah is important not only for their own lives, but also for their families and future generations.
This is something of biblical proportions as far as I'm concerned, and it would be a fool not to be a part of it and to raise my family here, specifically here in Mizgav. Listen, my child is free to run about. He's at home. He's not in a minority. He's not a minority. He's in his home. He's in his homeland. He's a Jew living in his homeland, and there's nothing more natural than that.
I like the fact that my children are Israeli.
My kids have so much freedom here.
Kids here play on the street still. That's something you just don't get in England.
I felt for the first time that I loved being part of a Jewish majority. I really felt, even though when I was younger, I lived in New York, and after that I grew up in Florida, so there's a lot of Jewish people, but I never really felt 100% that I fit in. I didn't feel like the society was, a Jewish one, and to come to Israel and be here on Purim time where everyone's in costume and everyone's outside and having fun, I really felt like, wow, this is what it's like. This is what Christians feel like in America during Christmas time. And I love that feeling, and that's why I want to be here.
Setting up a life in a new country is no easy task. These Olim have backgrounds. They have neighborhoods they grew up in, friends, family, jobs, and memories. These Olim had to face some obstacles along the way.
In South Africa, I came from a fairly middle-class, affluent Jewish home, and I came to kibbutz, where basically we had to labor and work. We created the kibbutz. We started from scratch.
I think the language was a difficulty. I came with a lot more Hebrew than some people come with, so I was lucky. A lot of the bureaucracy here can be quite challenging. Every time I went into a bank for the first 3 months, I cried.
But I can't point to one specific problem or issue that we've had in the last 2 years and say, this is because we made Aliyah. It's life. It's life there. It's life here.
Israel's not seeking to assimilate Olim. Israel wants to be affected by Olim.
Despite the challenges of moving to a new country, Olim feel that it is worth it. They would not have it any other way.
Nothing in life is easy that's worth value. At least nothing that I have ever felt good about accomplishing ever came that easy. And that along the way there are bumps in the road. But bumps in the road get fixed. And you learn an awful lot. And there's a welcome community here that wants you to be here.
Either you were born in America, Argentina, it's all by chance because we were running from one place to another. This is our home. This is where we come from. This is a modern miracle. You have to understand that 3 years after our people were almost wiped off on the face of the earth, the state of Israel came to being. This is miraculous. And today Israel is a modern, liberal, democratic country, freedom for all, equal rights for everybody, living in the most hostile area in the world. And look how we flourish.
All Olim have different stories and backgrounds, but they share a dedication to the Zionist dream. They share a homeland.
I've never thought of going back to South Africa.
This is home, and my roots, and I feel that I can rest here. I feel very comfortable here. Yeah, this is home.
I don't feel like I'm a stranger here.
When I came to Israel, I was normal. I was like everybody else. It was like coming home.
And we're here to make a new Jew. A Jew that he doesn't know what is exile.
Yes, I'm an Israeli. I'm a Jew living in the Holy Land.
It's really profoundly alive. Israel is a place to make your life and make a difference.
And my wish is that every Jewish in the world come here, because and then will be a smart and light to all the nations, and we don't be separated. Because a brother was in Russia, and a brother was in Ethiopia, a brother was in France or Morocco. They all pray the same prayer. Next year in Jerusalem.
לא נגיע לארץ חדשה.
I was completely clueless. I didn't quite get the Israeli sense of humor. It's like, what's the Israeli sense of humor in the army? Can you pass the ketchup? No. And then everybody laughs and thinks it's funny. It's sort of hard to convey.
ארץ חדשה, ארץ חדשה, ארץ חדשה, ארץ חדשה, ארץ חדשה.